Hey guys, I had a number of things I want to cover, and I didn't want to take too much of class time, and I didn't want to send a 4-page text, so I thought I'd cover it here. 4 particular things. Number one, our classes, we're going to get a little bit more physical. Do much more push-ups, sit-ups, leg raises, squats, that type of stuff that we used to do in the beginning. And then also we're going to end each class, or somewhere in the middle of class, we're going to do striking. This is in preparation for Vlad in October. I'm going to encourage you from now until October. Do whatever you need to do to get to class. It is a remarkable experience. He's a wonderful guy, and there'll be something. There's always something that he says, that he does, that sticks with you and makes a huge difference in your life. Number two, a number of us have been training in Krabi Krabong for the last 5 years, I guess it's been, 2001, yeah. And we're starting a different style, so in other words, we're starting all over. Krabi Krabong is the Thai sword fighting, stick fighting. It is free with your membership to CFL Sistema, so if you're interested, we're starting fresh in a new form. You can join us. It is every other Saturday at my house, starting at either 8 or 8:30. And then the off week will be online on a Thursday, and every once in a while I'll add an extra one. I just wanted to show you some of the weapons that we use. This is called a Now. It is heavy. It is hard. This is Krabong. It's just basically the long stick, where we do different types of movements with it. The main weapons are the swords. We do single sword, double sword. We use different forms, or we do different cuts. The movements aren't terribly difficult, but there is a ton of information. That's what makes it challenging. There are a few others as well. There's a long sword, and we use this. Again, all types of forms, etc. And my favorite one is called a Mysok. And this is both an offensive and defensive weapon. It kind of reminds me of the Tonfa, where you use it as blocking, but we also use it offensively for striking like this, etc. It's a fabulous art. Not much crossover with Sistema, but in a way that's good, because it's something totally new, something very physical, and just a whole lot of fun. So come join us. The third thing, I've decided to take Russian language seriously. I've been kind of playing around with it off and on for maybe 2 years or something, maybe longer. But I found this method called the TPR by Dr. Stephen Asher. It's called Total Physical Response. And basically, when you're learning words, when you're learning phrases, you physicalize them. So for example, the Russian word for head is golova. So you don't just look at the computer or the phone or what have you and memorize it in order, because that's what I was doing. And I was getting hundreds of words and 80%, 90% correct, but I wasn't able to use them when it came to sentences, or when I hear somebody else talking. I knew the word, but I couldn't pull up the definition of it. I think part of it is when you physicalize things, that's when it sticks. So I would love it. Dmitry, Vasily, you may want to skip this part, but I would love it if a couple of you guys joined me in this venture. And even if you didn't want to learn it, to fluency, at least we're going to learn how to count to 10 or how to count to 20, to the right, to the left, punch, kick, etc. Basic words that we do in virtually every martial art. I know some of you guys took Korean arts like Sideris. I'm sure you learned how to count and what an elbow was, lokit in Russian, etc. So we're going to add that as well. And if you want to join me, I'm going to keep bugging you. Hopefully I'll get at least 1 or 2 or 3 people. And then the last thing is, on Sunday nights, I do Qigong form. I had a Taoist teacher for about 30 years. We became really close. His name was Stephen Russell. He died about 6 years ago, and that was a little rough. But anyway, Sunday nights, unless the weather gets a little crazy, I am out here anywhere from an hour and a half to 4 hours. The first 45 minutes or so is very personal stuff, so I'm going to keep that one to myself. But then they're basic things. And for those who have never seen Qigong, they're simple movements, they're repetitive movements. This would be a classic one. We've done them in class, other ones like this, parting the clouds. And they're wonderful for not only physical improvement, the joints, the tendons, the ligaments, the sinews, etc., but they're fabulous for increasing power, increasing longevity, overall immunity. You know, some of you guys ask me, how do I hit hard just by going like that? Part of it, a huge part of it, is doing Qigong so much. And like I said, if we did 2, 3, 4 hours, maybe that's way too much. Maybe you only want to do 15 minutes or 45 minutes. Great, just join me for that if you want. What I can do is either on Zoom or on Facebook Messenger. And again, everything's included. My thought process with all of this, my purpose in life, at least one of them, is I want to learn constantly, because if I'm not learning, I'm not living. And then I want to experience it. And I don't want to read about Qigong or bone marrow washing or something like that. I want to experience it. And if I find value in it, then I want to share it. Well, this is the sharing part. So this is my way of contributing. So if you're interested in any of this, so quick review. More physical classes, New Krabi Krabong, Russian language, and Qigong. Let me know if you need anything, you want to participate, let me know. I'd love to have you guys. See you on Monday.